I tell you what, though, I have been lamenting this for the last 24 hours. I want to see more from Sweat. Now, I didn't watch him every day in practice. He jumps out at you when you see him on the field. He's so big. But I feel like I want to see more. I'm just not seeing him in the backfield pressuring it up. I'm seeing some, and he's obviously not gotten there yet. But I've expected more.
Yeah, it's tough because he hasn't played as much in the preseason as we thought he was going to because he had that calf injury that held him out a little bit, and he's worked his way back into shape. And I thought last night he was okay. He made a play. He's made a couple plays where he's running guys down, and you see the athleticism, and it's pretty stunning. He has back-to-back plays at one point where he runs Matt Ryan down after he escapes the other side of the pocket, and then the next play, it's a third down. He forces an errant throw by coming off the edge. He doesn't get there, but he does get a hit, and Ryan misses a throw that he normally makes. So I'm putting that on some level on Sweat. So he's going to be part of this rotation. He's going to have to produce. And I think it is important to remember that this is year one. He is a rookie, and he hasn't even played an NFL game yet. And this is a guy that eventually could be dominant and have a huge impact on a lot of snaps in every game, a wide majority of snaps, even where, you think about his potential is being disruptive and causing double teams and all these kinds of stuff that changes offenses. But you have to earn that, and you have to get there, and you have to learn how to play at the NFL level, and he hasn't even played in a real game yet. So do we want to see more from him? Of course. Do they want to see more from him? Of course. But it's game -2 right now, and he's got a long way to go.
When do the cuts happen?
They happen August 31st, so that's the Saturday after the preseason game next week, and it's just one cut now. They go from 90 to 53.
Right.
How did you evaluate the quarterback performances last night?
It was weird because after the game, we weren't talking about Haskins at all, who has been the story, but it was a very nondescript performance from him. I thought Case was fine. The mistake is real bad, but it's something that potentially they could overcome in a game if it's just the one. I thought he moved the ball well. I thought he was betrayed by his protection more than a few key times. There's a couple throws, like even the first drop to Jordan Reed. I think that that's a bad ball from Case. It's a catchable ball, but he's leading Jordan into contact where Jordan's sitting down, and you just have to know there, like, all right, if I throw the ball into his body, he's going to catch it. And instead he throws it out in front, and Jordan tries to reach out and grab it but can't. So I thought Case was solid. He was fine. He's winning this job by default, not because he's going out and grabbing it. Dwayne was Dwayne. It's wild hit or miss. There's some really nice stuff. Some of the completions to Sims are really nice. Sometimes he's making good. I will say this about Dwayne. I thought the reads were good last night. We'll have to go back and watch it again. But I thought he made good decisions last night in general. But like the throw to Steven Sims in the end zone, that's got to be a touchdown. You have an out route, your guy won. It's a speed out. He makes the throw in timing. He just misses. And so those kinds of things need to get cleaned up. Those are the opportunities that you live for.
The one that hit Sims in the fingertips? I thought he could have gone up for it a little bit better.
This is Steven Sims down at the goal line.
He's talking about the
when
one.
he's diving.
Different one.
Okay.
Okay.
Down to the left.
Yeah, outside. I think that like throws like that where you get exactly what you want in the red zone, like those are the throws you live and die on in this league, and he died on that one. But I think there has been progress. I think he's getting a little bit better each time out there. So now the question becomes, how much time can you get him next week, and then what kind of time can you get him in practice to develop him over the next year so that next year he's ready to go? When we talk about, this offense needs more playmakers, well, playmaker at quarterback goes a long way, and if he's ready to go next year, that changes the fortunes of this team in the long term pretty quick.
Give me the wide receivers they keep, 6 or 7, and who are they?
Oh man, I wish I had a great answer for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
My best guess is McLaurin definitely, Quinn definitely, Richardson definitely.
Harmon,
I think
definitely.
Cam Sims and Calvin Harmon are basically definitely.
Yeah.
And then
That's
I
5.
think Doxson's on.
I'm not letting
And
Steve
then-
Sims go.
What about
That
Robert
guy's
Davis?
Robert Davis has got to make a
Well,
spot.
that's the 3 guys for the 2 spots. I think they're going to keep 7, by the way, because I just don't know how you pare this down to 6 even. And they're short in other places, but these guys, a lot of them outside of Dox and Richardson, play special teams, so you can afford to keep more of them than you otherwise would. I think Doxson's been consistent. Like, I think he's actually had a good camp. He hasn't been, stunning in any way, except for in drills. But, some of the stuff he does, like Case, I asked Case about this last night. He goes, some of the stuff he does I've never seen anybody else do. And I think Case actually trusts him a little bit. Steven Sims is the interesting one. He is way on, and with Trey getting hurt again, it makes you realize that having a backup slot's probably a good idea. But Robert Davis has had a good camp, and last night he was awesome as a gunner. Like, on both the fumbled punts, he's right there.
Yep.
And I think the second one especially, he causes that with how he runs down there and kind of does the side swipe bit and puts a little bit of extra pressure on at the last second for this kid, and he fumbles it, and then Robert does a great job of recovering it. So I just think that he can probably line up on the practice squad. But the question is, do you want him on the practice squad? Like, I think if they could practice squad Harmon, that would be the one that they'd want to. But I don't know if they feel like they can do that. He's a rookie that they kind of felt like they stole in the draft, so exposing him to waivers is going to be tough. So that's why I struggle so much. Is like the right answer to the guy who gets cut is probably Harmon, but he doesn't deserve to be cut at all.
Oh, I can't see him cut.
He's the worst of the 8 guys that can really play in this league. Like, that's just where they're at. Like, I think if they can trade one of those guys and at least flip him for an asset for a team that's really struggling at receiver, that's the play, because I don't know which guy you cut. They're all super even.